We have covered a lot of ground in this training series. In Module 1, we introduced the foundational concepts of Chesapeake Bay restoration and the federally mandated pollution diet, or TMDL, established to reduce nitrogen, phosphorus, and sediment entering the bay. We also explored how modeling, monitoring, and multi-jurisdictional collaboration form the backbone of the bay restoration effort. Then, in Module 2, we identified key pollution sources like wastewater, agriculture, and stormwater, and reviewed Virginia's progress under its Watershed Implementation Plans, or WIPs. Lastly, we took a deep dive into what Virginia is doing, specifically in the stormwater sector. Stormwater is regulated by multiple separate storm sewer system, or MS4, permits. The permits include requirements for reducing the pollutants outlined in the Bay TMDL. Most reductions in the stormwater sector are achieved by implementing best management practices, or BMPs, and retrofitting development to ensure that stormwater runoff is managed. In this final module of the Bay TMDL 101 series, we look ahead. Now that we've covered the Chesapeake Bay TMDL foundations, the sources of pollution, and stormwater management in Virginia, we'll turn our attention to future challenges, evolving tools, and opportunities for innovation. Specifically, we'll explore local government accomplishments across Hampton Roads, updates to the Bay model, and the shifts in management strategies beyond 2025. We've heard a lot about what Virginia is doing and touched on some regional efforts. But here in Hampton Roads, our localities have really stepped up with a proactive, multifaceted approach to restoring the Chesapeake Bay. For the unregulated sector, localities are promoting voluntary reductions in pollution from septic systems, agriculture, and areas outside MS4 boundaries. Nearly all Hampton Roads localities participate in the Virginia Conservation Assistance Program, or VCAP. This program provides cost-share funding to homeowners to install BMPs, like living shorelines or rain gardens, to manage stormwater runoff on their own property. For regulated stormwater, localities have made strong progress in BMP implementation, installing retrofits, and continuing to invest in reporting, verification, and maintenance. By installing BMPs in areas that previously did not have any stormwater treatment, these retrofit projects make a significant difference in pollutant reductions. Wastewater treatment has also pushed the envelope. Thanks to HRSD, we're seeing results that go well beyond the regulatory requirements. To date, the Hampton Roads region has achieved more than 40% of MS4 pollutant reduction goals, invested more than $77 million to implement the action plans, innovated through the strategic use of BMP retrofits and nutrient credits, and continues to monitor stormwater runoff to improve the Bay model. The Hampton Roads localities have been proactive in gathering monitoring data. While the Bay model relies on data from numerous monitoring stations, none of those stations are in the coastal plain of Virginia. To address this gap, the 6 Phase 1 MS4 permittees teamed up with USGS and HRSD to create a regional water quality monitoring program. This network includes 12 stormwater sampling stations that measure nitrogen, phosphorus, and sediment. The goal is to generate local, real-world data that can be incorporated into future Bay models for better representation of the unique conditions of the coastal plain. Looking ahead, there's the potential for significant change. We talked about the various phases of the Bay model, knowing that the MS4 permits are based on Phase 5.3.2, and the program is currently operating under Phase 6. As new data and knowledge have come to light, the partnership agreed to update the model, and Phase 7 is in development. It will incorporate climate change, new research, and updated datasets. One key aspect of the model that will be updated is the land cover and land use data. This data is gathered every 4 years and classifies the land in the Bay watershed based on satellite imagery. What the satellites see is converted into land cover and land use classes, telling the model how many acres of agriculture, impervious surfaces, tree cover, and so on are on the landscape. The number of acres of each is used to estimate the pollutant loads coming from those landscapes. The newest data is much more accurate than previous data, which will ensure that the model reflects the current landscape conditions. The data for 2013, 2017, and 2021 are available now, as well as comparisons of how those land uses have changed with each iteration. We're able to show how much forest and agricultural land has been developed and better understand patterns that inform pollutant load assumptions and track changing environmental conditions. The future of stormwater management in Virginia's urban areas will be focused on the following. The Urban Nutrient Management BNP has been reevaluated. Localities will be able to get pollutant reduction credits when homeowners sign pledges to not apply fertilizer and when they don't fertilize their own public lands. There is also new guidance to help practitioners design and implement BMPs in a changing climate, making sure they are considering increased rainfall and flooding, as well as nutrient reductions. And there are increased efforts to better understand septic system contributions to the Bay model, which can be considerable in some localities. As we move beyond 2025, the path ahead for stormwater management in Virginia is uncertain. Future MS4 permit loading rates could shift depending on the Phase 7 model output. We know that the pollutant load reductions in Virginia's current MS4 permits are based on Phase 5.3.2 of the Bay model. At the same time, Virginia's Nutrient Neutral Development Tool, VRRM, uses Phase 6 loading rates. These differences will have to be taken into consideration when developing the next version of the MS4 permits in Virginia. We're also navigating the balance between voluntary carrots and regulatory sticks when addressing unregulated versus regulated stormwater pollutant loads. We want to preserve regulatory flexibility while offering incentives to achieve voluntary reductions. And as we prepare for a changing climate, design specifications for BMPs may also evolve to reflect increased storm intensity, duration, and frequency. Finally, new concerns are emerging, like the impacts of rising temperatures on local ecosystems, localized water quality concerns beyond just nitrogen and phosphorus, and the rise of emerging contaminants like microplastics and PFAS. With the 2025 TMDL deadline behind us, the Bay report card shows improvement. However, most jurisdictions, including Virginia, did not fully meet their reduction targets. So, what's next? The Bay Program Partnership revised the 2014 Bay Agreement, which still focuses on the heart of the TMDL, clean water. The model will be updated, which will result in new planning targets that will guide Virginia's next WIP in 2028. Pilot projects and innovation will play a larger role, while localities continue to make improvements to local water quality while addressing the needs of their communities. In short, while 2025 is a milestone, it's not the finish line. We're transitioning into a new phase of adaptive management and strategic action for the Bay's future. This concludes Module 4, What's on the Horizon, as well as our program, Understanding Stormwater Management in the Chesapeake Bay. Thank you for watching.